The High Court in Accra on Tuesday rejected arguments raised by lawyers of Gyakye Quayson in support of the application for stay of proceedings. The lawyers filed a motion pending the determination of an appeal against the decision of the court to try the matter on day-to-day basis. Led by Gyakye, lawyers for the accused argued that the trial judge erred when she made the ruling. According to them, the decision is in violation of Article 296 of the 1992 Constitution, which limits the exercise of discretionary powers. He further argued that Attorney General Godfred Yeboah and President Akufo-Addo had made extremely prejudicial comments that may affect the fair adjudication of the matter. The lawyers also argued that any decision by the trial judge not to stay proceedings until the final determination of the matter at the Court of Appeal will be prejudging the appeal and a breach of their client's right to fair trial. Mr. Chikata was insistent on how this was a breach on fair trial rules and argued that the grounds warranted exceptional circumstances to merit the granting of the application for stay of proceedings. The state, however, opposed the application on grounds that the decision being appealed was for the daily trial to take place from June 20 to June 23, and considering the fact that the application was filed on June 27, the process was unnecessary. Attorney General Godfred Yeboah also debunked allegations of prejudicial statements made by himself and the president. The judge, after considering the arguments, however, dismissed the application. The trial judge indicated that granting of stay of proceedings applications is purely a discretionary matter. According to the judge, the court may be convinced to grant such an application if the applicant is able to show exceptional circumstances to warrant the grant of the application. The judge, however, ruled that the case does not present any exceptional circumstances to grant the application for stay of proceedings. She stated that there is no irreparable damage to be suffered by Gyakye Quayson by the refusal of the application. Based on these, the application was dismissed. Lawyer for Gyakye Quayson, however, in court, hinted of plans to go to the Court of Appeal to stay proceedings. Gyakye therefore requested for a favorable adjournment to allow them further relevant processes. As a result of this, the court adjourned the case to July 14 for trial to continue. The proceedings were witnessed by some minority members of parliament who boycotted activities of the House in solidarity with their colleague. The NDC's head of legal affairs, Abraham Amaliba, addressed the media after proceedings.
The judge gave the ruling but refused our application. The judge said that there was no special circumstances warranting her to stay the proceedings. We are disappointed. We are dissatisfied. We intend to repeat the application at the Court of Appeal, where we expect a favorable result. As a result of that, we ask the court to enable us file the appeal at the Court of Appeal, the stay of proceedings at the Court of Appeal. That was granted, and so we are back to this court on Friday for the continuation. But what is important is that we are repeating the application at the Court of Appeal because we are dissatisfied.
Meanwhile, the state, which is impugning some foul play by lawyers of the accused, say they are ready for any tactics to be deployed. Alfred Yeboah is Deputy Attorney General.
If you are in court and your matter is being heard in court, it is expected that the matter should be heard. But if you want to deploy delay tactics, there is a point that you can go. You may want to appeal, which will not be gradual, but your filing of a process at the Court of Appeal will not stay the proceedings in the High Court. So we are also now saying that on Friday, the matter is going to continue unless something happens.
Is your first witness ready?
Our first witness has been in court. He's been cross-examined for over 1.5 hours. They have about 30 minutes or so to finish the cross-examination of our first witness. On Friday, when we come, he's going to testify. He's going to be in the box for them to finish up the cross-examination if it's within the remit of the court on Friday.
It appears this will not be the last we'll be hearing of this application to stay proceedings, as lawyer for James Gyakye Quayson has given indication of applying to the Court of Appeal for a stay of proceedings. Meanwhile, prosecution is saying that regardless of any of these applications, they will continue with the prosecution. Reporting for Citi News, Hansen Acheman.